Oh, yes, guys, welcome back to another episode with myself, Luke. So, if you're new to the channel, please go ahead, subscribe, hit that bell notification, leave a thumbs up, thumbs down. It's all good for the algorithm. And yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I came out with the crypto news. I just took a week off last week. But here I am, and what is going on with the price? So, it's going to be a quick update today. Just for your information. So just jumping into Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin did surge up to 126 before plunging. If you've been living under a rock, then of course, over the last few weeks, you know what's happened. We plunged all the way down to 100,000. I don't know if we actually went below 100k. I think 100k did actually hold. Did we go below it? I think maybe 98, 90. Yeah, so we did go below 100,000. And now that $100,000 mark is acting as key support. So the situation is, I want to be objective on my show. That's why I do it, and not to feed too much hopium into you guys that watch my videos, and also not to be too bearish. It's difficult, of course, in this market. The cycles generally repeat like we've seen over the past couple of cycles. This one has kind of just petered out. So are we in for a rally to the upside, or is this the beginning of another bear market for the next 2.5 or 3 years? So right now, if, in my just personal opinion, if we break below that $100,000 level, we basically have to pump fast. If we don't pump fast right now, then yeah, it's going to be, in my opinion, we'll probably go back down to the 90s, lower 90, 92, 93,000. And then we're probably entering into a bear market. I don't want to be a bearer of bad news, but we really, really need to get a major pump to the upside relatively soon. We are halfway through November, and we've just been like stuck here now for the past 2 weeks around this price point. 100,000 acting as a key level of support. If I just draw that, yeah, I'll just draw it like that. So here we have this clear support here. Shall I just move it up a little bit just to make sure that the candle wick is actually touching it? There we go. So we've got this clear support here, but right now we rolled over, came all the way down, dead cat bounce, and dead cat bounce again. So the problem is we're setting these lower points here. So these lower highs as we drop in low, it's just like a staircase going down. So we need to definitely pump past 106,000 very, very soon, which is now another key level of resistance. And the biggest one, in my opinion, is all the way up here, 114 to $116,000. So right now we've got this point here. Anything in between this area is crucial that the rest of November, if not December, we pump past this, because going into next year, who knows? Most people have been predicting, 90% have been predicting that we're going to go 250, 200,000 by the end of this year. Even I said that. I thought we would be there. For sure, that price point of 120,000, which I said last year, if you've been following me since I started this channel, I called for 120, between 120 and 150,000. We technically went to 126,000. However, we haven't gone to those price points that most people are expecting. So most people were expecting a huge rally with Bitcoin, with the rest of the altcoins at this period. Usually the Christmas period is the Christmas rally. Maybe because there was too many people talking about it, that's the reason why we haven't. So now everyone's saying, okay, 2026, going into 2026, is going to be bearish. So most people are saying it. So could we see an explosion to the upside early 2026 instead of late 2025? So could it be the actual reverse? So time will tell, but right now the situation is it's quite bad for Bitcoin, because if we don't, what am I doing here? If we don't pump past very quickly right now, we were supposed to have a V-shaped recovery here, didn't happen. We've been talking about these V-shaped recoveries, they're just not happening, guys. So we have this situation that if we keep knocking on the door of 100,000, then most likely we're going to come a lot lower. And my thoughts, if we go to the weekly time frame, we could come back and revisit these levels here of about, the bottom here would be 93,000 to 96,000. So we could come back into this this region here of all this key support that we have, this volume there, and then the next level is all the way down into the 80s. So it's not looking pretty at this moment. I mean, the weekly candle really needs to turn green and bullish very, very fast. And on the weekly, to have that V-shaped recovery. I don't know what it looks like on the month, but the month, yeah. Okay, October was terrible. November is in the red. So are we about to capitulate and come back down to these levels here around 80 to 90,000? So there's a lot to take into. I don't want to be too much of a pessimist, but I like to be objective. The good news is if we do get that pump to the upside, we blow through 106,000, go towards 117,000 again, then it'll be fantastic Christmas rally towards the end of this year. But the longer this goes on, the less hopeful I am. Go over to CoinMarketCap. We're in fear, not extreme fear. We're in fear. Altcoin season is dead. The RSI is almost it's neutral. It was oversold a few weeks back. And the rest of the crypto space. The week's been good for altcoins. So are we on the precipice of an altcoin season? Again, time will tell for that. We're still slowly making our way up in terms of the Bitcoin dominance. But if people start getting bored of Bitcoin now, they start putting their profits into altcoins, we could see this thing collapse very, very quickly, very hard to the downside, and then the altcoins should pump. Bearing in mind, altcoin seasons, I don't know if it was the last two seasons, but definitely 2017, 2018. It was January, February when the altcoin season actually happened. If we go to the weekly, where we had this huge collapse here. Was it around this period? So this was December, yeah. Okay, end of December into mid-January, we had this huge collapse from approximately 67% all the way down to 36%. That was a 45 decrease within 4 weeks. So are we going to see something like that with the altcoins? Everybody's being patient, of course. Usually the altcoins pump within that time frame. It's a very, very short time frame. Are we going to see something similar at the end of this year going into January where the altcoins outperform Bitcoin? That's why most of you are here. So are we on the cusp of one of the biggest altcoin season that we've had? So let me know in the comments what you think, where you think Bitcoin is going to in the short term, long term, and also if you think altcoin season is dead or not. Make sure again to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time with another video. Goodbye.